Youth leaders are not limited by age. See how Mahathir Mohamad built Malaysia at the age of 92 years. He managed to bring the Malaysian economy to the second rank in Southeast Asia. The father of Malaysian development is truly tested. Mahathir managed to get through two crisis storms: the 1998 financial crisis and the economic crisis caused by the COVID-19 pandemic that shattered the world's economic order.
Pada 2003 saya bersara. Saya ingat saya boleh berehat lah. Tapi dalam 2-3 minggu saja saya letak jawatan. Perkara yang tidak disenangi oleh rakyat berlaku. Segala perancangan-perancangan kita dibatalkan. Jadi rakyat datang jumpa saya untuk menasihat dan saya cuba nasihat, tak jadi. Jadi mereka datang bertalu-talu, rombongan demi rombongan datang, please do something. Jadi akhirnya saya terpaksa kembali.
Mahathir bin Mohamad, who was born on 10 July 1925, is a veteran Malaysian politician. He served as Prime Minister of Malaysia and was re-elected as Prime Minister in May 2018. Born and raised in Alor Setar, Kedah, Mahathir is the ninth of 10 children of Muhammad Iskandar from Penang and one Tempawan, who are still relatives of Kedah Sultanate.
Ayah ibunya bukan orang pejabat tinggi sebetulnya dulu. Ya walaupun ibunya punya gelar Wan ya, Wan itu kan seperti Raden Ajeng lah kalau di kita gitu. Tapi memang gelarnya ini tidak punya hubungan dekat. Ini hubungan kerabatannya jauh dari Kesultanan Kedah gitu. Beliau kan memang lahir di Kedah.
He was born in a humble abode in Seberang Perak, Alor Setar, which is the capital of the Kedah Sultanate. Mahathir's family lived a modest life, including 4 school matters. Although his father led the first English language school, the government English school, only Mahathir's Iskandar's son succeeded to pass the school selection.
Bila saya dihantar ke sekolah Inggeris, sekolah Government English School yang sekarang ini dikenali sebagai Sultan Abdul Hamid College. Di situ saya cuma dapat duit poket 2 sen. Jadi saya ambil 2 sen tu saya beli balun, dapat 3 balun. Jadi saya jual kepada penuntut 1 sen satu. Jadi saya untunglah 50%.
When he was a teenager, Mahathir made his time optimum by selling coffee and fried bananas during the Japanese occupation.
Ketika Jepang masuk ke Kedah, wilayah Kedah itu dikembalikan ke Thailand. Dulu itu Kedah, Perlis, Kelantan itu termasuk wilayah kerajaan selatan Thailand. Jadi hampir semua tuh jadi titik baliknya Mahathir di situ. Sampai akhirnya dia harus jualan pisang keliling sama kakaknya di pasar Pekan Rabu waktu itu namanya, semacam kayak pasar Rebo lah, pasar yang hanya dibuka di hari Rabu gitu.
After completing high school education, Mahathir continued his medical studies through a scholarship to King Edward VII College of Medicine in Singapore. It was during his college years that Mahathir began to start his career in politics. He became an anti-immigrant activist by participating in demonstrations against the Malayan Union government, which gave citizenship to non-Malays. In Malaysia's first general election in 1989, Mahathir joined the Kedah branch of the United Malaysian Nation Organization, or UMNO. His activities at UMNO succeeded in bringing him to a parliamentary seat in 1964. Unfortunately, Mahathir only served one term before losing the chance in the next election and leaving UMNO. He is at odds with Prime Minister Tunku Abdul Rahman. Mahathir called for Abdul to step down because he said he failed to defend Malaysia's national interests. When Prime Minister Abdul Rahman resigned, Mahathir re-entered UMNO and Parliament. After that, his political career began to expand until he was finally promoted to the cabinet. In 1981, Mahathir was sworn in the Prime Minister of Malaysia.
Saya sejak belasan tahun, saya sudah pun memasuki gelanggang politik. Pada masa itu saya dapati orang Melayu ketinggalan dalam banyak ruang. Mereka tidak ada pakar-pakar dalam bidang profesional dan sebagainya. Jadi saya berpendapat bahawa setakat yang saya boleh, saya akan menyertai politik. Tapi setelah memasukkan dalam arena politik ini, saya dapati masalah demi masalah dihadapi. Dan saya punyai sedikit sebanyak pengetahuan untuk mengatasi masalah ini. Sebab itu selama 22 tahun saya jadi Perdana Menteri, saya pun tak sangka, saya fikir cuma 6-7 tahun saja.
After officially serving as Prime Minister, the first country that Mahathir visited was Indonesia.
Umpamanya krisis keuangan pada tahun 1997-98, saya dapati saya tak boleh lepas gitu saja. Seolah-olah saya melarikan diri.
During Mahathir Mohamad's occupancy as Prime Minister, Malaysia experienced a period of rapid modernization and eminent economic growth. Mahathir is credited Malaysia experience for his success in building the national economy, but at the same time, he is criticized for his political policies. Mahathir Mohamad embarked on a series of intrepid infrastructure projects. Mahathir Mohamad carried out some development outcomes to advance his country, including the Penang Bridge, Putrajaya, Cyberjaya, KL Tower, Petronas Twin Towers, Kuala Lumpur International Airport to the Sepang Circuit. Mahathir was thriving in socio-economic development and referred to as the modernizer of Malaysia.
Iya, dulu kan ya Malaysia masih kayak Indonesia di tahun 70-an 80-an lah, masih dikuasai Barat, Inggris dan Amerika. Dia merasa tidak akan bisa maju sepesat yang dia mau ketika dia masih dalam tanda kutip masih kebijakannya masih diatur oleh Barat. Makanya dia sampai tahun 2000-an dalam kata lain dia menjadi musuhnya Barat juga sampai salah satunya itu APEC. Dia ingin menggagas Asian Economic Caucus itu untuk tidak hanya untuk memajukan ekonomi Malaysia tapi juga Asia Tenggara khususnya, karena bagi dia kemajuan ekonomi di Asia Tenggara nggak bisa dijalani dia sendiri, harus bersama-sama.
Mahathir has been actively urging for the privatization of local companies since the early 1980s. His reign privatized airlines, public facilities, and telecommunications. About 50 companies were privatized each year in the middle 1990s. Although privatization has generally improved performance conditions for Malaysian employees in various industrial sectors and increased government revenues. Afterwards, Mahathir preceded the establishment of the car manufacturer Proton, emerging from a joint venture between the Malaysian government and Mitsubishi. In the late 1980s, Proton was transformed from an remunerative company into the most comprehensive car manufacturer in Southeast Asia. The expansion of solid and sovereign national economy has become the main objective of the modernization of this country. He passed the Homeland Security Act to arrest activists, minority religious leaders and political opponents, including the Deputy Prime Minister Ishak in 1998, Anwar Ibrahim. Mahathir's track record in curbing civil liberties and his rejection of Western economic interests and policies strained Malaysia's foreign relations with the United States, United Kingdom, and Australia. As Prime Minister, he supports Third World development and is a well-known international activist. Mahathir's visionary thinking. In 1991, he inaugurated the 2020 Insight, which sketched Malaysia's plans to become a development country within 30 years. One of 2020 Insight plans is to eliminate ethnic boundaries and alleviate poverty steadily. He created the concept of looking to the East, which according to many is a manifestation of the anti-Western and pro-Malay spirit. But Mahathir desired to work ethic in Japan and South Korea when it flattened to Malaysia, accomplished with Malaysia's economic cooperation with Japan and South Korea.
Ya karena dia merasa dia nggak mau Malaysia bergantung perekonomian dengan orang-orang Chinese ya, orang Tiongkok seperti zaman sebelum dia menjadi Perdana Menteri dan sebelum Malaysia merdeka gitu. Makanya kemudian dia banyak berselisih juga dengan Lee Kuan Yew waktu itu.
Behind the economic development conducted by Mahathir Mohamad at that time, the Malaysian economy also encountered a financial crisis. The value of the ringgit fell sharply due to currency speculation, led to a contagion effect as foreign investment, and the main stock exchange index crashed more than 75%. At the urging of the International Monetary Fund or IMF, the government decreased government spending and increased interest rates. However, this worsened the economic situation. In 1998, Mahathir discarded the policy as a form of dismissal of the IMF and its deputy Anwar Ibrahim. It increased government spending and improved the ringgit's value toward the US dollar. The outturn shocked his critics and the IMF. Malaysia recovered from the financial crisis faster than the other countries in Southeast Asia. Domestically, this is a political victory.
Tetapi apabila berhadapan dengan bermacam-macam krisis, umpamanya krisis keuangan pada tahun 1997-98, saya dapati saya tak boleh lepas gitu saja. Seolah-olah saya melarikan diri. Sebab itu saya ada bersama berbincang dan akhirnya kita mendapat urus sehingga dipulih semula finance Malaysia. Itu walaupun kita buat tindakan yang luar biasa yang dikatakan oleh pakar-pakar dunia ini akan merosakkan Malaysia, tapi sebenarnya kita pulih. Selepas pemilu ke-14 yang mana Parti Barisan Nasional, iaitu parti yang telah memerintah negara selama 60 tahun, kalah. Sebaliknya, parti lawan.
The influence of Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad for Malaysians is still great. After a 15-year absence from the Prime Minister, he was re-elected to lead Malaysia. In less than 2 years, he had just found it was able to defeat the big party that has been in power for decades, UMNO.
Itulah selama 15 tahun saya tak jadi Perdana Menteri. Masih lagi ada. Pasal masalah di bawah Najib sebagai Perdana Menteri ini banyak masalah timbul. Dengan pencurian, dengan korupsi, dengan pinjaman luar biasa, berbilion-bilion pinjaman. Jadi kerajaan mungkin jadi bankrupt. Jadi mereka minta saya kembali dan saya nak tolak pun nampak macam saya tak bertanggungjawab, memikir tentang diri saya saja, nak berehat.
Mahathir Mohamad returned to politics since retiring in 2003 has been since the 1MDB scandal made headlines. The corruption scandal involving Najib Razak convinced him to save Malaysia. He went to Najib Razak to propose establishing a council of elders, but was declined. This episode was the background for Mahathir's resignation from UMNO, because according to him, the UMNO conflict has diverged from its primary goal. Mahathir, who initially represented the Barisan Nasional Coalition, became the leader of opposition coalition.
Kritik terpaling keras Mahathir kan soal korupsi yang paling banyak disampaikan ya dalam beberapa ceramah dan pidato Mahathir itu. Dan Mahathir dengan partainya pada waktu itu bergabung dengan Pakatan Harapan. Saya kira itu dia mengisi gap yang cukup besar, karena bagaimanapun juga pemilih pribumi itu kan basisnya UMNO, dan salah satu cara untuk bisa memenangkan pemilu dengan cara menggerogoti UMNO, kan, mengurangi kekuatan UMNO dengan cara merebut pemilih pribumi itu.
The moment of Mahathir's candidacy to become Prime Minister was followed by an exciting story: the unity of Mahathir and Anwar Ibrahim, the Deputy Prime Minister who was fired in 1998. Mahathir was promised to forgive and will give the post of Prime Minister up after 2 years in the position. Malaysia's 2018 election ended in a victory for the Pakatan Harapan coalition. This also marks the shifting for the first time in 60 years that the Barisan Nasional Coalition joined the Pakatan Harapan coalition. At 92, Mahathir Mohamad was a prime minister, beginning history as the world's oldest head of government.
Selepas pemilu ke-14, yang mana Parti Barisan Nasional, iaitu parti yang telah memerintah negara selama 60 tahun, kalah. Sebaliknya, parti lawan Pakatan Harapan menang.
In less than 2 years, Mahathir Mohamad's state began to be hit hardly by many cases. The Pakatan Harapan coalition split up. Mahathir said that the reason was Najib Razak's attempt, which at that time the president of UMNO presented a negative campaign against the Pakatan Harapan coalition.
Saya tidak setuju untuk kerjasama dengan parti UMNO ini kerana terdapat mereka yang tertuduh dalam mahkamah. Jadi saya tak setujulah. Tapi Datuk Seri Tan Sri Muhyiddin, dianya bersetuju dengan bekerjasama dengan UMNO.
Mahathir wants to form a national government based on individual parliamentarians' role as the national lawmaker, not the party-based system of governance. This strategy made the party withdraw its support for him.
Setelah saya letak jawatan, saya cadangkan supaya diadakan satu kerajaan nasional yang tidak diwakili oleh parti-parti. Sebaliknya, ahli parti pun akan menjadi menteri sebagai individu. Jadi dia tidak terikat dengan partinya. Saya banyak sebab apabila terikat dengan parti, kepentingan parti lebih diutamakan lebih daripada kepentingan nasional. Sebab itu saya cadang dan ini ditolak.
Mahathir had initially been abdicated as Prime Minister of Malaysia and granted the way for the Partai Keadilan Rakyat or PKR, Anwar Ibrahim. However, the scenario did not come fruition after Malaysia underwent political change in February of 2020. At the age of 96 years, Mahathir is still participating in several activities. The world noted that Mahathir is holding the important role in advancing Malaysia.